Zelated, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. You are welcome to my channel. This is Aduba, and if you are new here, please subscribe on this channel. I share educational content concerning Africa and those in the diaspora. So together the black race can unite to fight for our total liberation.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and if you don't believe in white privilege, here are 5 insane statistics that prove it exists. Number 1, despite making up 60% of the population, white people hold 86% of total wealth in the US. This is from a large combination of factors, but most notably ancestral wealth. Number 2, compared to men of color, white men make more for the same job. In fact, they make up to 34% more on average. The advantage white men have over other people really sets them up for success in life. Number 3, an author calculated that the cost of white privilege in her life exceeded $300,000. Because of things like using family connections to get a job, inheriting money and real estate, she's had almost a $300,000 head start compared to non-white people. Number 4, only 2% of black households have a net worth of over $1 million compared to millions of white families. Is it because black families don't put in effort? It's because white families have been systematically given an advantage in society. And number 5, the average inheritance for white households is between $200,000 and $300,000, which means some white people are inheriting upwards of $300K from their family. Again, it's very easy to succeed when you have these advantages in life compared to those who do not. So please pay attention to your privilege now and in the future.
Let's talk about my white privilege for a minute. I have never once in my life been persecuted, never discriminated against, never looked down on for the way I think or talk or behave. I am an upper middle class white dude in red America. I can walk the streets of my town at ease because I look just like every dude who thinks Trump is Jesus. So when I look into the next 4 years, it's not me or my family that I worry about. We'll be able to afford an economy going downhill. I've got a college education and a 6-figure income. I'm gonna be just fine. My wife is white, my kids are white, they're gonna be fine too. But if your thought process stops there as a white dude in America, you've got a problem. Especially if you're a white Christian dude in America. See, I don't vote for democratic policies for myself. I am actually less likely to benefit from all the things that I think are important for everyday Americans to have. So when I say things like, I think kids should not have to worry about lunch while they're at school, or that healthcare should be free for every American, I don't vote for those things because I can't afford them or because I don't have access. I vote for them because other people can't. And if you don't see Jesus in that mindset, I don't know what to tell you. It was Jesus who radicalized me. And it is because of his words that I am able to look beyond myself and empathize with other Americans that do not share my privilege. So here's the simple message. If you look like me and you don't care about the people that don't look like me, you're the problem.
Most white people don't see racism. I know that it seems unbelievable because the signs are there if you look for them, but we don't see racism because we're spoiled. That's right, I said it. Here's how I personally illustrate this as an analogy from my personal experience. I have had problems with my feet all my life. And if I am having foot pain, all I can think about is how much my feet hurt. But when I found a style of shoes that were right for me, I realized I hardly ever think about my feet anymore because they don't bother me now. If something is causing you pain, you think about it. You think about how to make it stop. Or you give up thinking about it ever stopping and you think about how to endure it, how to live with it, how to fight it, how to minimize it. And that applies whether it's foot pain or racism. Most white people very rarely have to think about race unless we make a decision to think about it. And that's a choice for us. It's optional. It's not something we're forced to confront every day. As white parents, we tell our kids, if you get into trouble, find a police officer. They'll help you. Black parents would never do that. People of color give the talk about how to minimize the risk of getting killed by cops. If something doesn't hurt you, you don't learn to watch out for it. That is why white people don't get it when it comes to race. We walk through the world thinking our experience is the norm. So when black people describe being followed, being profiled, denied, or dismissed, it doesn't line up with what we have experienced. So we assume that black people are exaggerating, or too often we assume that it means that it's just not really happening. But the truth is, and I'm talking to white people here, racism isn't always blatant. It's not always a burning cross or a lynching. Sometimes it's a policy or a pattern that benefits us and makes us comfortable, so comfortable that we don't even notice. When it doesn't block your path, when it doesn't cause you any pain, you might not even notice that it exists. That's what white privilege is. Not just what you get, but what you never have to see. If my videos help you see something more clearly, please share. One share shows you care about setting the record straight. And if you want to help me keep making this kind of content, you can leave a tip at coffee.com/Kelly Snyder.
Hi, another video for white people. I want to talk to you real quick about the benefits of being white or what white privilege is. A lot of you are in the comment sections of my videos saying things like, I don't feel like I have privilege. I don't feel like I have benefits from being white. And I understand that the life you live right now is hard and might not feel like a benefit, but I want to explain that there is an absolute cost of being black or being brown in the United States of America. So let me just explain what I mean. 4 big categories I want to talk about. I want to talk about socially, I want to talk about in the media, I want to talk about economically, and I want to talk about health. Socially, this is what you think of when you think of racial profiling. The police are less suspicious of you. Financial institutions less suspicious of you. Easier time getting jobs. A lot of people who are black or brown will feel like they have to represent the entire race, or that people think that they represent the entire race. Oh, I know a black woman, and that's so I know what all black women are like. When people see me, they see me as an individual and not a representative of all of white women. That's what I mean by socially. In the media, whiteness is centered. The white experience is centered. Most baby dolls are white. Most actors are white. Most directors are white. You understand what I'm saying. So then white is seen as normal because that's what we see all the time, right? Everything else is seen as other. You see people who aren't white on TV and you're like, wow, look at that diversity. It's seen as like, wow, I'm surprised they did that. Not like the normal human experience.
White privilege, like they said, they have access to everything. They walk into any place without being questioned. Opportunities are given to them. They have access to own properties, unlike the black person. From history, we have known slavery, we have known segregation, we have known discrimination. People will sometimes say racism does not exist, but it does. The systems that were created are meant to make sure the African or the black person continue to stay somewhere. These people walk into any institution without being suspected, searched, like the way they do to us. Whenever something happens to you, the first thing they do is call the police. And as long as you are in their skin type, nothing happens to you. They have the right to own land, property, and other things, unlike the way they have created the system to not favor the black person. And we are seeing that even the educational system that they built, when you go to places that we have blacks, the kind of things that they need are not there. They always make sure they favor these people. Like they said, they walk into the bank, they get the loan, unlike the black person. We have never known that. And there's nothing that these people will sit down and tell us that will make us believe that the system was built for us all. No. And the people today are able to voice out. Before, they couldn't come out to say all these things, but now they have the chance to talk to us and we get to know what these people are doing. So for us to think that things have changed, there's no racism, things are back to normal, as an African, you need to wake up. We have to wake up as black people, and that is why it is very important for us to unite. The black race has suffered a lot, and we keep suffering because looking at everything that has been designed is not meant to favor you, the black person. So we cannot continue to also stay and lament about the things that has been kept in place. We have to look at nations like China, nations like Japan, nations like Singapore. How did they fight? How did they fight to come out? How did they fight to come out of this, that today the whole world respects them? So we need to unite as a people and fight against that system that has systematically kept the black person where we do not want to be. And we can only achieve that through unity as a black race. That is the only time we can defeat whatever that is fighting against us. So that's the latest around the world and in US.